Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. This Dreamboat's your host, Bill Miller. I'm very excited because I'm doing a support video today for Matilda Gothika. The Gray Man was kind enough to host 2 support contests. One for him, the Gray Man, to get to 1,500 subs. He's nearly there. He just needs about 70 or 80 more. And a second one to get Matilda Gothika to 500 subs. I believe she was just 5 or 6 shy when I last checked earlier today. So I'm convinced that we can get her there shortly. Now, both contests will end when those sub levels are reached. And real quickly for this one, I will do the Gray Man's contest entry later, probably next week. And this one will be focused on Matilda Gothika. So to enter the contest, you need to create a video. And within the video, at the very end, put the screen link to Matilda Gothika's channel. Also put her channel link in the description of the video. And then share your video in the comments for Gray Man's contest video with the link for it so that he knows that you've created it. And that's it. It's really that simple. So I'm going to do a quick haul for this particular video, and I'll go over an item that I got on eBay, and then we'll again button up the video with a shout out for Matilda Gothika. So let's start with a 50-cent comic book haul. All of these books I got maybe 6 months ago, probably now, from a local comic book shop that closed its doors. So they're having a sale on back issue comics, and these are 10 or so that I got. I think most of them, actually I don't know. I think some of them are in mid-grade and others are in high grade. So we'll see. We have Absolute Carnage Captain Marvel #1. The A cover from this year by David Nakayama. And this issue features the first full appearance of Chewie as the Carnage symbiote. So double duty in Star Wars and in Marvel Comics. We have one of the greatest titles ever, Micronauts #4. This is from 1979 with a huge image of Baron Karza, Michael Golden and Joe Rubinstein on the cover. Sticking with this title, we have #5, written by Bill Mantlo. And these are all 50-cent comics. I don't know if I mentioned that. #7. With Marvel's version, which predates the Marvel's version of the Swamp Thing. Michael Golden and Neil Adams on this cover. #11. Michael Golden and Al Milgrom. #12. Michael Golden with the cover. And the story is To the Victors Belongs a World. That's a Croyer. This is Micronauts Special Edition #5 from 1984. I don't believe I had this one. So that is new to the collection. Micronauts Wrath of Karza, an IDW published comic. This is the subscription cover from 2017. And the cover art is by Michael Golden. And we switched gears to an image book called God Hates Astronauts, and this is number 7. The B cover from 2014 by Aaron Conley. And this is just a trip. I got this when it was a Kickstarter prior to going to Image. And it is wild. Number 8, the B cover by Gene Ha. Clearly not in order. Number 6, the B cover by Trad Moore. Number 9, this is the A cover by Ryan Brown. And lastly, we have Absolute Carnage, Miles Morales, number 2. This is the A cover from 2019 by Clayton, Don't Call Me Fraser, Crane. And that will do it for our 50-cent haul of books. So, this was going to be for one of my unboxings, but the package came so terribly damaged that I wanted to open it up and check on the contents. And here are the contents. So this is Criminal number 1. I'm a huge Brubaker fan. I think he's an incredible writer. But as you can see, this guy got bent pretty darn good. And here is the box. You can see it got smushed in which it came. Right? And so that's why I suspected the comic book was damaged and I wanted to open it up instead of wait. It could have been a month or 2 before opening. So what I wanted to do is just talk really briefly about sellers on various platforms. In this particular case, I bought this from a seller on eBay. And oftentimes we alert the community when there is a seller who doesn't pack things properly or who is less than ethical, which is a good thing. I think it's important to let the community members know that that might be someone you may want to think twice about dealing with. Well, conversely, I think when you have a good seller with good customer service skills, it's important, equally important to highlight them. And so as soon as this happened, I took pictures of the book in the box and sent them to the seller. And he was like, oh, so sorry about that. He goes, that's why I send them in boxes, because when I sent them in mailers, sometimes they were jammed in the mailboxes. And so I've had pretty good luck sending them in a bigger box. And he did. He sent it in this box with plenty of bubble wrap. So it was packed properly, but the box was almost intentionally damaged, or is just such little thought during the shipping process that it was wedged somewhere and just pushed, other boxes pushed it against some immovable object like the side of a vehicle or something like that, to where it would be that damaged. So this was nothing that he did, right? He can't control how it gets shipped once it leaves his hands. And he was certainly within his rights to say, hey, you know what? Print out the label, send it on back to me, and I will get you a refund. But he said, go ahead and keep the comic. Please send me the pictures so I can claim this with the post office. And I did, and he did. And it was, I'd rather have a clean comic, but it was very cool of him to do that. He certainly didn't have to do that. And so I just wanted to point that out. And his handle, or his name on eBay, is Grizzly CNC. So that's like the bear, Grizzly CNC. So I can vouch in this one instance, this is the first time I've dealt with him, that his customer service was exemplary. So thank you. And lastly, but most importantly, the reason I'm making this video is to shout out Matilda Gothika. Matilda's been a long time member of the community and one of its biggest and most ardent supporters. She frequently leaves comments on the videos of other channels. She creates original art, fantastic original art, that's shared among community members. And she has a passion for comic books, in particular, all things Gothic. So we share that passion for both Hellboy, BPRD, Ape Sapien, etc., etc. Mike Mignola creations and his universe. She is always encouraging. She's always entering support contests for other people, oftentimes prize tagging, because she does live in Israel and not in the US or Canada, which oftentimes are the only two places within which you can live and still receive a prize from a contest. So she was at I think $4.94 this morning. Please sub her up. I think with your help, much like a bag of prunes, we can give Matilda a musings movement and get her to 500 subs. That's my goal. Thank you so much. Greyman, I will leave both your link and Matilda's link in the description, and I will create a link at the end of this video for Matilda's channel. Go sub up the Greyman, go sub up Matilda Gothika, and always remember, we're taking over the world. One comic book at a time. Thank you.